Hi, good evening, and welcome to another live session, another weekly review session. I want to apologize for last week. I had a cold and still have a cold, and the audio quality was quite poor. I want to apologize for that. So let's just dive right into it. If you were able to catch me from last week, you would notice that I actually predicted the sell. Last week was from the 24th of February up until the 28th. I actually predicted the fall. I mentioned how there was that exhaustion from gold. All right, we could see that exhaustion clearly on gold. So, so I need to do a review of last week, and then because the audio was poor, and then go back and look at next week. Yeah, so you could see that exhaustion. You could see the strong bullish move from gold here, but throughout last week, the bull it was still significantly bullish, but there was that the bullish move just lacked momentum, right? So let's look at 24th. I want to go to 24th. Yeah. So this is the start of last week. Um, yeah. Okay. So you can look at last week. This is about last week. Sorry. I should have done this ahead actually. Am I looking at the right thing? Sorry. Last week would have been 17th to 22nd. Yeah. Sorry. 17th. Or 2 weeks ago rather would have been 17th. Yeah. So look at 17th. Yeah. So this is the previous week. You can see it's very clear that that bullish momentum was not there. It was just severely stunted. It went up, but not with the same aggressiveness, or not with the same speed, not with the same number of pips captured as we had in previous weeks. And I was suspecting that the fall was coming, and lo and behold, we look at last week, we can see that it retested the high on two occasions and then dropped quite massively. And we had to wait till Wednesday before we got a good sell off on that, a good signal to sell, and we actually made 500 pips from that sell. Now, if we had held on to the sell a bit longer, we might have made more pips, but I just felt it was a good way to end the week, ending the week with 500 pips and ending the month with 500 pips. So this was our entry. um Sorry, let me go back to 4 hours. Let me use another vertical marker to indicate where gold crossed, where the moving averages crossed into the negative territory on gold. That will trigger our sell bias, and from there, yeah, so this is it. From there we start to look at sell trades. So you can see on Wednesday we got this crossover very early on the 27th, Wednesday of February. We got that crossover, and you could see that the market actually moved down about 730 pips from our entry. If you held till if you are holding over the weekend, you would currently be in profit of about 470 pips. But like I said, we close at around 500 pips for this trade. Just another word, just another point of note, our trailing stops. How we move our trailing stops, right? We wait on 15 minutes. If our entry is on 15 minutes or 1 hour, depending, if your entry is on 15 minutes, you trail on 15 minutes. If your entry is on 1 hour, you trail on 1 hour. So we typically wait for the price to move back to or above the 50 period moving average. Once it hits it, as it did so, and then moves past the last low, it's selling now, so it's going to create a new low. Once we get this, we move our stop loss here, and once it does that again here, we can move our stop loss here. We moved our stop loss twice during the trade. We moved our stop loss here, and we moved our stop loss here, and shortly after moving his stop loss here, we set the take profit somewhere around this region, and shortly after, the trade take profit was triggered and our trade was closed. So that's our trade for last week. So looking at the next week, again we go to our top down approach. Sorry, let me remove this vertical bars so that they do not distract us as much. Yeah, so looking at this, yeah, gold is still strongly bullish. Every sell-off right now should be treated as a correction of the strong bullish move. This, in my opinion, is still a sell-off. I'm sorry, it's still a correction. A lot needs to happen before we can say that gold is now selling long term. But for the time being, we are selling. But overall outlook on gold still remains bullish. Let's go to daily. There is no immediate support or resistance for gold in the foreseeable future. We can look at this area at around 2786. Sorry, let me move it to 2789. That is a potential support for the market, but it remains to be seen. We still need to look at what the market is doing, and this area also corresponds, it's slightly in the same region as the 50 period moving average, so it's something worth noting. But right now everything is in the air. We can as we Nigerians say, with my papa get market. So we still need to look at what's going on. We still need to pay close attention to what's going on and make our analysis from there. So daily is still strongly bullish. It shows signs of just a pullback, right? Correction, like I said. 4 hours, 4 hours, which is the primary time frame we use to analyze the market, is selling. But like I said, we are still treating this as a correction with a possible target of 2789 as our final destination. Now, whatever happens around here will determine a lot whether or not we are going to further sell or start looking for buy opportunities. So it's important to keep that in mind. Now, looking at 15 minutes, we can see that the market closed slightly bullish towards the end of the trading day, Friday. It's crossing into the bullish territory on Friday. So what will we look out for next week? Like I said, typically I don't trade on Mondays unless I have a very good reason to. I say very, very strong trading opportunity. So what we'll be doing next week is we'll wait for the 10 period moving average. Definitely once market opens, except there's a big gap down, We expect this to continue going back up for a few more pips, which will make the 10 period moving average to cross above the 50 period moving average, spend some time above the 50 period moving average, and then once we see another cross below the 50 period moving average, we'll be looking for sell opportunities. Also, this big move, let me go back to 4 hours. This big move from gold, there's also we're also expecting for some consolidation from that move. We expect it to pull back a little bit before it sells again. So that would also play into our analysis on 15 minutes, where we expect it to go back up. Now, potential targets somewhere around here. This is a cluster resistance. Support now acting as resistance. We will expect something around, something around this period. Something around that zone. Let me move this. Yeah. So I expect gold to come back into this region, right? Spend some time there and then start selling off again. So once I see that, we will continue selling. Potential targets being 27.89. So that's what we expect to see for next week. But all this is just analysis, right? The market determines everything that we do. We don't dictate the market, we allow the market to dictate, and then we follow. So basically that's it, guys. We'll expect gold to push up maybe Monday, Tuesday, and then maybe early hours of Tuesday or Tuesday towards US session, we will now expect the sell to resume. Now, it's also important to note that this is the first trade. Next week will be the first trading week of the month, which also means that it's going to be there's going to be a lot of releases from all the countries, especially non-farm payroll on Wednesday and on Friday, which historically, affects the market, especially gold. So we'll also be on the lookout for that. So it will be good if you are in any trade to protect your trade. So yeah, so that's basically it. Wish you guys a happy new month, the new month of March 2025, and I also wish you a peaceful trading month. Have a good one, guys.